Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is now 8 a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. I hope that you're all doing well today. It's Monday, February 27th, 2023. It's almost March. Hope that you guys had a decent weekend, a positive weekend, a fun weekend. Maybe you went out and did some things. But here we are today. Gave you the weather. I'm going to give you weather again at about 8:05. Gabriel Bradford, how are you?
I'm doing great. Today's actually going to be an awesome day. I mean, obviously because it's a Monday, because I love Mondays. But today's going to be also amazing because it's my little sister's 8th birthday.
All right.
So she turns 8 today. I am so pumped. She's so excited.
Congratulations to the little sis turning 8 years old today. What's her name?
Allison.
Allison Bradford. Shout out to you.
Yep.
Happy birthday to you. It's the birthday show now. You know, we can do that.
Yep.
So let's do it for Allison real quick. Happy birthday, dear
Allison.
See, we need to we need to figure out where we're gonna start because we can't do the whole song.
No, we can't.
So I think that we'll take it from the middle, right? So typically in birthday songs where it's like, happy birthday, dear Allison.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. So that's what we'll do. We'll do the last quarter of the song.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's got to go there. Or wait, is Happy Birthday copyrighted?
I don't know. We'll look into that.
I've wondered that because, I mean, I always sing it, and
right.
I don't pay copyright fees, but...
Jennifer Ryan Mayton is here. Good morning. Aisha Saxon, good morning to you. Aisha Saxon says, happy birthday, Allison. Cheryl Brownell, good morning, dear friend. And friends of Saul Olivas is here. Good morning. The time is 8:02 a.m. So, yeah, a lot of stuff went on over the weekend. Saw some great things. FTC 1813. 18183. Rounded Cube went to the semifinals at Elgin Community College on Saturday. They recently won the Inspire Award on the the weekend before in February. But they did not win yesterday, but they put on a really good show, and kudos to them and the entire team and all the parents as well of FTC 18183 Rounded Cube out of APS Training Academy.
That's stuff. Amazing. Yeah, we've been seeing some really good things coming from that team. They're really good, and I mean, I love the rounded cube. Like you see the pictures with the merch. It's so good. So cool.
Friends of Saul Olivas has a downward thumb with the rainy weather. I like the rain, so honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like I'm in heaven right now. This is really making my spirits go up. I love rain. I love rain.
I love it when it's just freshly rained, and then you go outside and it smells like rain. Like there's nothing but it. The smell of rain just smells so good.
Maria Chirito, good morning. And Victoria Hyla Maldonado, dear friend. She's a fantastic author amongst many things. She's a member of New Way Church. The link is in our Facebook page for New Way Church has a fantastic progressive Christian author coming. Save the dates. It's on my mind, Victoria. You know how it is. It's like the 5th post down in our Facebook page. Gabriel, if you could do me a favor, I don't know the guy's name. It's on our Facebook page. Just share that with the folks. Make that a piece of news for today. Maria Chirito, good morning to you. All right. Here's the thing. We're going to start off with jobs today. I got 2 good pieces of job news, but the first is for young folks. So check this out. Kane County Forest Preserve District seeks applicants for summer jobs. That's the headline. It's currently seeking applicants for summertime seasonal positions and internships. Positions to be filled are campground attendant horticulturalist, garden seasonal horticulturalist intern, human resources specialist, mechanic specialist, naturalist intern, natural resources technician. That's Juiciest name I heard all day. Well, what you do? Yo, natural resources technician. Oh, get this man a beer. Pull up, bruh. Public relations intern and ranger technicians intern, ranger techs, both interning and seasonal. All applicants must be 18 years or older, except for the naturalist intern, who may be 16 years of age or older, and the campground attendant and horticulturalist intern needs to be 21 or older. The positions being filled are full-time jobs, except for the human resources specialist post, which is a part-time position. All candidates must possess a valid driver's license. That's according to district officials, and they can apply online at www.caneforest.com/careers. If you could put that in the chat as well, Gabriel, www.caneforest.com. Just put caneforest.com.
Caneforest.com.
And then they can go to the career section. Yeah, they can do that. The time is 8:06 a.m. March 10th. That's when Victoria Halmanado says the gentleman's coming. Thank you very much for that. So last week, a couple of great things. I'm going to keep in the news of jobs. Something very amazing and very important happened to Good Morning Aurora just last week. Our friends of Central States SER and Good Morning Aurora have completed successfully a partnership. What kind of partnership is that? Let me tell you about it. Central States SER helps young people get jobs, get on-the-job training, and it also allows them to get their high school diploma if they did not finish or if they never had one, or their GED. In addition to that, they also help kids who are struggling out there on the cusp. You know how it is, right? Sometimes you weren't the best kid in school. You work, you're a hard worker, but school, your grades are bad, whatever. Well, the Central States SER gets these young people, gives them those job training skills and that placement, high school and diploma and GED if they never had one. And now, just Friday, the Kane County Workforce Development Division, Good Morning Aurora, and Central States are all coming together, and Good Morning Aurora is now an official, credited place for young people to get jobs and job placement in the county of Kane. So if you know young kids who fell off the track, whatever, no diploma, trying to get back together, listen, we are now a paid position place. $13 an hour is the starting pay. So shout out to Central States SER, a big milestone that we just crossed. When I started this show, I remember in the back, I was thinking, I want to make an internship for kids who are at risk. We just did that on Friday.
That's awesome.
Just did that. So, shout out to Central States SER, Guadalupe Constantino. Central States SER is located at 31 West Downer Place. They're in Suite 208. For those who are familiar, that's the Aurora Business Center. That's across the street from Treadwell. It's that big brown building that's right in the back little dip through of Wabanzi Community College down here. So if you ever see, across from Sergio Furniture.
Yeah, it's the one where if anyone's they used to have a lot of ivy on the back,
yeah.
I don't know, but they got it cleaned up. But I mean, people used to take pictures there all the time.
Right.
It's really fun.
Saul Oliva says the last day to vote in Ward 8 is tomorrow. Thank you very much for that. Michael Rayford is here. Good morning. This is a great day to be productive. That's a fact. So productive, in fact, I have to scratch it up. So we did the weather this morning, and you may have heard me say that Michael Rayford was coming on the show today. He is not. Michael Rayford's coming on the show on Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Friday we got World Relief coming on the show too. So my bad, y'all. So I know what you're thinking. This dude Curtis, man. Yeah, now he got all the information, but every now and then, he gets the day wrong. Hey, it happens. This is live radio, baby.
Exactly.
This ain't scripted. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
If y'all could see the behind the scenes on what we do here, there's no thing we're reading from that says, okay, now we're gonna go take a commercial break. It's all how we kind of do it on the fly. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not just. But you know what? It's not just on the fly. Everything has a purpose. We got to document it.
Yep.
The dates, all that. The address, 1677 Montgomery precise all the time.
Oh yeah.
It's just those normal human moments at 6:26 a.m. where you get it wrong. You look at the day and hey, little mix up, you know.
Yep.
Other than that, didn't you go to you went to this what was that leadership thing you went to on Saturday?
Yeah, so I went to this program called it's the World Chicago Youth Diplomat Program. So World Chicago their purpose is bring Chicago to the world and the world to Chicago. And what's really cool is they're a partner with the U.S. Department of State. So anyone who comes into Chicago to visit, they are all members of different Department of State programs. So just Saturday, I got to meet Fulbright scholars from Kosovo, Ukraine, and Poland. So it's a really cool experience. It's a program I've been a part of this is my second year doing it. And I always love it because you're always learning about different cultures, different languages, different people, and in different experiences. But you also have the opportunity and privilege to work with amazing youth leaders from all over the Chicagoland area, and it's taught me a lot about Chicago. I did not realize how many high schools are in Chicago. Like, there's all the different selective schools, and I mean, it's just crazy what it was like. So it's been a really cool program for me. As someone who lives in the suburbs, I don't end up in Chicago a lot, but it's really cool when I get to go. I have an excuse to go there every month, and they always have lunch there, so it's really fun. It's about a 4-hour long program. Once the last Saturday every month, and they always have really good food. So they had pierogies, stuffed cabbage. It was all Polish. I think it was Polish Ukrainian food. So they had this really good like radish salad. I don't know. It was so good.
Sounds really good. Really good. Yeah. That's a pretty. That's a good thing for young people to be involved in. I think that with all these youth programs that are going on, we talked a little bit about it last week, but Good Morning Aurora is going to, so let's talk about setting goals real quick. One of the things that I think for a lot of people, even myself, I struggled with this. I knew a lot of times what I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted to achieve. I knew what I wanted the end result to be, but how are you going to get there? For a lot of the young people who take part in these different programs, they know what they want to be, but it's the how I'm going to be that. How can I be the best and strongest leader in my little slice of the world?
Oh, exactly.
My little community. Yeah. How can I make my fishbowl really strong?
How you can spread that, and that's the thing. I know Michael Rayford's probably talking about this, but it's the Simon Sinek. I think you mentioned this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, just last week.
Yeah. Oh, just last week. Okay. My brain's going there. Anyway, so it was Simon Sinek talks about this. Talks about the golden circle of communication. You start with why. Why are you doing what you do? But you also got to know your what, your how. How do you accomplish this amazing work? And that's the thing. So many people know what they want to be. I want to be a fireman. I want to be a fisherman. I don't know, whatever you want to be.
Right.
But then you don't know how you can become that. And that's where goal setting is essential. So I set goals every week. Every single Sunday, I have my office hour. That's what I call it. I have an office hour. I sit down in the office. I work through my, I make my goals. So, I mean, this week I have goals to, submit all these different things, whether it's applications, whether it's essays, I got goals in, and I manage them. So your goals should not just be, I have a billion goals, right? You should be very systematic about it. So I have goals in specific areas of interest. So I have goals for my physical health, right? I have goals for my mental health. And that's something where I make sure that I'm taking care of myself. And then I have goals for, like, the internship. I make goals for the internship every week. So I always got a goal, whether it's, giving somebody our, coupons for Good Morning, or, for coffee at Java Plus, or it's, working on some of our new projects, which we're not telling people about just yet.
Well, that's a good thing, man.
Yeah, so it's all about goal setting.
ARM is at risk mentoring. Wanted to tell you guys about this real quick. Come book your next event with them. They are also a center that you can space that you can rent. So you can, their rate is $50 an hour for nonprofits. Hometown residents are $60 an hour, and non-residents are $95 an hour. There's a game room, sound equipment, a TV projector, and a whole lot more. Get to know at-risk mentoring. David Smith Jr., he is a friend of ours. He's been doing some great work locally, and we support him in all of his endeavors. The time is 8:15 a.m. Gabriel Bradford, please take me to a commercial real quick. Wendy Connell, good morning to you. Aperba Roy, Alejandro Mascote, good morning to you as well. Claudia Ruiz, good morning. Good to see all of you great people out there. So we are now, I saw an interesting piece of news here that I thought we would talk about today. Get you guys' opinion on this and see what you guys think about this. So this is a time for you to let us know what you're thinking in the chat. Got something to tell you about here. A new restaurant coming into downtown Aurora, and the vote is going to be tomorrow. Aurora City Council is set to vote tomorrow, Tuesday, on a $4.5 million restaurant brewery project in downtown. Alderman placed a proposed redevelopment deal with CL Real Estate Development, a division of Peru, Illinois-based CL Enterprises, on the consent agenda for Tuesday's regular city council meeting, meaning it is likely to be approved. Scratch it up. For those who've been listening to Good Morning Aurora since our inception, the word of the day is inception, if you'd be so kind with that as well, young man.
I got that.
If you've been listening to us, you know that we've endeavored to tell you about the consent agenda. If it's on the consent agenda, it's going to be passed. Since we've been doing this show, there is nothing yet that has been on the consent agenda that has not been passed. The deal would bring a restaurant, brewery, event space, and eventually a basement speakeasy to what is called the Vargas Building at 43 East Galena Boulevard on the east bank of the Fox River, looking west toward the Paramount. This is across the street from Aurora Fast Print. It used to be the building that Culture Stock was in, and that grotto, that little, that's Water Street Mall. So that walkway is what takes you to City Hall and also back there to the venue. According to Alex Alexandru, the city's chief management officer, quote, "This is a very significant addition to our downtown." And speaking of CL Real Estate Development, he says they have been transformative in the other places they have been, close quote. They would redevelop the property, then lease it to the hospitality arm of CL Enterprises, Tangled Roots Brewing Company, to develop the restaurant. Scratch it up again. Let me read that again. CL Real Estate Development would redevelop the property, then lease it to the hospitality arm of CL Enterprises, Tangled Roots Brewing Company. I'll bet. The deal would have the company paying almost $3 million towards the project, with the city putting in $900,000 in the form of a forgivable loan, another $625,000 in a loan the company would pay back to the city. The deal comes on the heels of a previous deal for a restaurant in the same building that fell apart. That was Mora. Now, Mora was Asian. It was an Asian fusion themed restaurant, yes, with which there's a location in Bolingbrook as well. The namesake, though, Mr. Mora, unfortunately passed away.
Yeah, actually, I think it was. I think the main reason I think that fell apart was because of his passing, I think. I could be wrong, though.
CL Enterprises is a multifaceted holding company created 12 years ago with a wide range of businesses, including aviation, wood products, breweries, chemicals, manufacturing, remodeling, and farming. It first came to Aurora as part of the deal that resulted in Rev Aviation becoming a fixed-base operator and expanding facilities and services at the Aurora Municipal Airport. That was last year Around July, I believe we read that story. CL Enterprises is owned by husband and wife Peter Limburger and Inga Karus. Limburger told Alderman last week that his company has built itself on seeing, quote, "a lot of opportunities in the downtowns of rural areas such as Ottawa and Lockport in Illinois." And Mr. Alexandru says that while Aurora is not a rural downtown, it is unique and, quote, "all of these restaurants that the company has developed fit that mold." All right. What do you think about Gabriel Bradford? What do you make about all this?
I think it's really awesome. I know it's always amazing to get buildings redeveloped because, as has been seen, when buildings stay empty for many years, they start declining. The maintenance is not maintained. I mean, I remember people still remember the Masonic temple that was it down on Benton?
The one that caught on fire?
Yep, that cost the city over $600,000 to go get taken care of, and that was all paid for by the city. So that's something where, managing, getting these things redeveloped, that is the most important thing I think for a lot of these buildings, because a lot of them have been empty for a really long time. I mean, if you go in downtown, like 10 years ago, there were very few businesses, and even the ones that were like trying to survive, it was still really difficult because a lot of the buildings that they had were just in really bad shape.
Right.
So you'd have people like renting out the first floor or whatever, but there'd be so much work they'd have to put into it for it to even be like workable. So I think the redevelopment is really amazing because it's helping, it's helping downtown Aurora become a lot more, a lot better for other investment too.
Right.
And again, it's all great because it means more tax dollars coming into the city. So that's great.
In the 10,400 square foot space in Aurora, the company would be looking at about an 80 to 100 seat restaurant on the first floor and about a 120 seat event space on the second floor. Now, so if you haven't been in the building and seen it, there's a picture that's embedded in the article too, which I guess is the proposed layout and design, which looks rather impressive. But if you've never been in that building, when you walk in, so like you're on Galena, right? The river's here, Paramount's right here. Yep. There's a front door, but if you walk to your right to the Water Street Mall kind of thing right there, then there's another 2 doors on the side. I've never been to the second floor in that building, but the first floor space is pretty big, and what they're talking about building a speakeasy. So again, if you're looking at that building, the next time you're around there, take a look at those windows that are under the bridge, not under the bridge, but under the bottom portion of that building. They go back for a long time. I've been in the basement of that building. The police department used to put their bikes in there.
Oh, they did.
They had mad bikes, bikes,
like
bikes. You could climb on them. That's how many bikes there was. Mad bikes. I remember I went down there to the basement one day, and I was like, "What's all these bikes here?" There's like they're police department bikes. But if you go in there, you're down in that basement area and everything. It's really spidery. I mean, I haven't been in there in years, but it's really like spooky and cavernous down there.
Oh yeah,
like it goes a long way, like longer than you ever. Seriously, the average human, if you look at that building, you're not thinking, but seriously, it is like unsolved mysteries down there. But that would be a pretty interesting place for a restaurant. But take me to a commercial because actually I got to read this last part about it. Okay, here it is. So after the business is open in the 5th year of the development, officials would consider redoing the basement into a speakeasy with aquarium glass looking onto the river and across at the Paramount. The first floor restaurant would have an open floor plan so people could see through it from Water Street Mall and look across the river at the theater. The company also would look at promoting events on Water Street Mall. Company officials have said it anticipates creating about 55 full-time jobs, about 80% of which would be quality jobs with benefits and advancement potential. All the jobs would be considered 100% accessible, meaning they would need only a high school diploma or GED equivalent as a requirement. Now, this is something that I've been noticing, not just in this article, but I've been seeing this a lot now that that's the new buzzword. These jobs are 100% accessible. That's the new buzzword, accessible. And then you look, you can have a college degree. I'm like, maybe that was the issue a long time ago, right? Jobs were not 100% accessible. That's killing me now. Officials have said that they anticipate creating about 100 construction jobs. The company is hoping to begin work by November, with a completion in May of 2025. And both city and company officials said they hope to be able to move that schedule up as things move along. The time is 8:24 a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Valerie is here. Claudia Ruiz, good morning to you as well. Well, there's a thing too. Also, you can bring. Yeah, thank you. Now, when I read this, I was talking about this article with a friend last night. Mm-hmm. He's actually running for school board, and he brought a sign over to my house. Scratch it up. Let me tell you a scary story real quick. It's dark last night, right?
Oh yeah,
it was like mad dark, and So I got my office in the front of we got two offices, right? One's in the front of the house, okay. So I'm in there looking where my eyeglass little cloth, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I know where it's at. So I look, and I saw like a human. I saw like a body or something, right? But I didn't think about it because that could be somebody walking their dog on the sidewalk. I thought about it, okay. It did raise my spider sense, but I didn't think nothing about it. So I went back and did what I was doing. Then my buddy texted me. He said, "Yo, I just put a yard sign in your yard." And so that's who it was. Now, Now, let me say this to people who are running, if you're running for something, like, even if you do know a person, text before you do that. Like, hey, I'm gonna put a yard sign, because you can't, just don't be rummaging in people's yards, at nighttime. It was like 7:30 p.m. It was dark.
Oh yeah,
yeah, super dark.
That's dark.
Anyway, where I was going with that was, people are wondering if they put this restaurant across the street from French 75, because French 75 is right across the street. Will that create conflict? Will that draw business away from French 75? And the more I'm thinking about it now, it's less. I don't think this is necessarily a competition, a moment here, because what it is that if people are inside of French 75 does not have. I mean, they got charcuterie boards. That's the extent of their menu. But you're not going to go in there for dinner anyway. You're not doing that at French 75. French 75, you're going in for the ambiance, the experience, the lovely art, fantastic drinks, and the whole vibe of the place. So it wouldn't really take away business from them. In this case, I think it might bring them business, and that's a nice little corridor to be in too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, with different restaurants and the addition of, again, like a speakeasy or something like that, seems like it would definitely bring more people in. Because I mean, the more businesses you have, every single business, something people gotta learn, something you'll learn. Every business, every organization, every non-for-profit, we got our own circle. We got our own people who use us. And that's the interesting thing. Like, you can be anywhere, and each business has their own clientele.
Right.
So, French 75, even if they were competing, you still have different people who want different things, right? Some people want fine dining with really nice drinks and art, right? Other people want, the charcuterie board, the good drinks,
right?
Classic.
Shannon
evening,
Cameron
right?
says accessibility is usually tied to tax credit funding. Thank you. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, but that point was important about the jobs factor.
Yeah, no, that's really important.
That has bugged me. Shannon, thanks. Shannon Cameron is a dear friend of the show. She's the executive director of the Aurora Area Interfaith Food Pantry, and jobs, supporting the food pantry, and helping folks with food insecurity are things that Good Morning Aurora takes very seriously. Thanks for that. Tracy Duran is here. Good morning. And Gloria Gerardo, hope you had a happy birthday. Norma Peterson, good morning to you as well. And Sign Gypsy City of Lights. If you're looking to make your front yard sparkle, they do the whole words. You seen those?
Oh,
you seen that where they got like the whole sentence out there?
Oh, in the grass?
Sign Gypsy. Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
That's the new thing now.
What so you had like a message like cut into your grass?
It's like signs with balloons.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about like they cut it in. Like I was like, oh,
no, not like crop circles.
Oh, I got you. Okay. I don't know. That's where I went to. I used to be in lawn care myself, so I was gonna be like, whoa, that's okay.
I remember I watched the show. It was like on BBC, and there was a guy who admitted to doing the crop circles. He was like, yeah, I come out here in the middle of the night. And I do the crop circles.
Do that. Oh, wow.
And even though it was exposed that he was doing the crop circles, people still believe they were from aliens.
That's funny.
It's not funny. Yeah. No, that's serious. Like that's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, it is humorous, but
it is funny, but also sad.
They were interviewing a lady. Right. The guy was like, the man is in jail right now, and she was like, nobody knows. He was like, we do know. The dude admitted it. Like,
that's the weird thing when like. People know you give them the facts. You're like, hey, this is a fact, and they're like, no, my personal opinion is more qualified. But it's like, well,
oh no, that happens all. It happens. It has happened. It happens all the time. It happens here locally. Like, what about the blah blah blah? Oh, they already voted for that. Are you sure? It's on the city council meeting. Like, this already recorded. Take me to a commercial. So I got something else to tell you guys about real quick. Bingo. Who here plays bingo? Any of you guys play? You play bingo?
No, not really. I think that's something that I could see my grandma doing because she really likes like Skippo and a lot of those card games. So I have a feeling she's probably played bingo, but no, I've never played bingo.
Fun. Check this out. Got 2 great activities for seniors coming up here with our friends of Oak Street Health. The first is bingo. B-I-N-G-O. 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 And bingo was his name. Oh, there was a farmer who had a dog, and bingo was his name. Oh,
I'm liking this. We got to do more of these songs.
No.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's looking like, what the hell's wrong with Curtis? So check this out, bingo. Are you looking for fun? You found it. Join friends and neighbors for games and prizes. Light refreshments are going to be conserved. This is taking place with our friends of Oak Street Health, located at 1022 North Farnsworth Avenue here in Aurora. You can RSVP today by calling 630-358-9232. The number again is 630-358-9232. There's 2 sessions for this. Monday, March 6th from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. and then Monday, March 20th from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. These are for seniors. Great way to get out there and have some fun, have some good laughs, and interact with the folks. And I will tell you this. As a young person who, as a guy who used to, once upon a time, many years ago when I was a kid, look, it came to the point I was always at bingo. I was always at like card. I was anywhere where people were at least 65 years or older. And I learned.
Yep.
I learned all kinds of stuff.
You learn a lot at those card games. Like, I don't know, my grandma does Skippo.
Yeah. Line dancing class is next. Are you ready to line dance? You ever line dance before?
You know what? I used to be a part of an international folk dance group. So I've done folk dancing. I know how to do a little ballroom, some waltzes, polkas. Okay. I've learned a bit. I do a bit of line dancing too.
Whether you're a dance floor diva or have 2 left feet, the important thing is to get out there and move and to have fun doing it. Light refreshments are also going to be served as well with this. This is so 2 sessions for this, also 1 o'clock to 2 p.m. Tuesday, March 7th, and then the second last session for line dancing class will be Tuesday. Oh wait, that's a typo. Okay, never mind, my bad. So let's just go with Tuesday, March 7th, because I know that they didn't mean to type this other date that they meant to type. 630-358-9232 is the number that you need to RSVP. Once again, that's Oak Street Health, located at 1022 North Farnsworth Avenue here in Aurora. And then the last thing I got to tell you guys about. See, my printer's messed up, so I couldn't print this news out. Get ready for First Friday coming up. This Friday, 6 to 10 p.m., Tango Comics, the Infinium, has a release party and comic book art exhibition. Featured artists are Josh Schultz, friend of the show, Ray Gomez, Brian Schaub, Francis Pinovic, and Juan Carlos Baez. Music is by the Downhillers from Naperville, and this is going to be at Ballydoyle Irish Pub, 28 West New York Street, Aurora, Illinois, sponsored by Viso Arts. Scratch it. Let me tell you guys 2 fun facts about Aurora. Number 1, we've always told you guys that if you come to if you come vote down here around the corner from us at 5 East Downer Place, Suite A at the Kane County Government Center, you are, 42 feet away from Good Morning Aurora?
Yes.
42 feet away. That's how close you are to the news. Similarly, if you go to Ballydoyle, I'll tell you a fun fact. If you go to Ballydoyle, and where the front door is, right there, you are about another 43 feet away from where Good Morning Aurora started. Yeah. I know what you're thinking. What? There's only like water there. Did you start in water? No. Close. Bathroom. Okay. That's the comic book exhibition. Gabriel Bradford, are you going out for First Friday?
I think that we'll see. Because I work on Fridays. So I work until 7 o'clock. So normally depending on the day, I'm able to fit in a couple First Fridays activities. So I probably will.
What's your schedule on Friday?
I work usually till 7. So so normally I'll be like 7:15 is when the soonest I could go to like a First Fridays.
Okay.
Or sometimes I'll just go to the gym. Last time, instead of going to the gym, I went to First Fridays. No, actually I did both, but I went to First Fridays. But it was so cool. Like if anyone went out for the February First Fridays, I was one of a very few people. People were crazy. Crazy people were out there because it was so cold. Like y'all, it was like negative 17, negative 18 with the wind chill.
Yeah, I can't be doing all that.
Yeah.
That's way too cold for a brother.
Oh,
I have something that qualifies. Here's what we're going to do. Get ready for this. I'm going to teach you something new here. You're going to take me to a commercial, and then we got that thing that qualifies as breaking news.
Ooh, okay.
Now, so when you hear that thing, you can go ahead and hit the joints. Yeah, so take us to a commercial real quick. The time is 8:37 a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. It's Monday, February 27th, and we hope that whatever city you live in, Antioch, Batavia, Cicero, or Downers Grove, you see that? ABCD? You like that. We hope that you're blessed, highly motivated, and having a great day. Hit it. Respect Week 2023. That's this week, February 27th to March 3rd. This is a week to bring communities together to promote respect, inclusion, and disability awareness. During Respect Week, be sure to participate by wearing the assigned color representing a specific disability to raise awareness. So Monday, the colors today are blue and yellow. Wear blue and yellow for Respect Week on today, Monday, and that is to highlight Down syndrome awareness. Tomorrow's color is purple, and that's to highlight epilepsy. Wednesday is tie-dye, which represents autism. I have no tie-dye clothing whatsoever.
Oh,
I don't own
Curtis?
anything tie-dye.
You don't own anything tie-dye?
No.
Not even like tie-dye socks?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
I'll tell you a funny story though. When I was in the Boy Scouts like 80 years ago, for like 3 weeks, we made tie. That was a lot of fun.
Oh my goodness! Yeah,
we made tie dye. That was cool.
I made tie dye socks once. It was so fun.
Thursday, wear red, and that is to highlight Apert syndrome and Marfan syndrome. And then Friday, we wear teal, another color I have none of. Teal is to highlight Fragile X syndrome, and Respect is groovy. I like that. This is brought to us by the City of Aurora Senior and Disability Services, Special Olympics Illinois, and the Special Olympics Unified Champion Schools. Now, if that don't motivate you, come on.
And special shout outs to Katrina Boatwright, who is the manager and director for the Senior and Disability Services Division. We'll stay tuned for some exciting stuff. Also, if you are free on Tuesday night, stay tuned. The city council meeting is going to be really, really fun. I mean, it's always fun, but this one is going to be cool because they'll be recognizing a lot of the participating organizations for Respect Week.
Michael Rayford said, "What is in his coffee?" Josue Pais says, Josue Pais is a friend of the show. He also goes by the moniker DJ Venom, and he is the owner and proprietor of Harry Beast Dog Parlor. If you need to get Scruffy her nails did, take your dog there. They want to know what's in my coffee. I guess that they think I'm crazy or something. I really don't know what they're trying to say. Christina Campos is here. Good morning to you, Christina Campos.
You can't blame the intern. I'm actually the one who got Curtis's coffee this morning. So yeah. Trust me, I didn't put anything in it. It's just whatever they put in it, which I'm going to do. Yeah.
Listen, here's the thing. This morning radio, I was born for this.
Exactly. Yep.
I don't need right? We don't need any stimulants. Not only that, I've been cigarette free this is year 12, cigarette free. So thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. Buenos Dias, Aurora got some great news, too. This isn't necessarily Buenos Dias, Aurora news, but it is Aurora community news. This message has been delivered on Buenos Dias, Aurora's Facebook page, also in English and Spanish. But March 12th is going to be a fantastic event. That's going to be a Quince Expo. Quinceañera, it's like a party.
Yeah, it's
for like a birthday party or something like that.
So it's when girl turns 15. It's when they become a woman. So that's when they have like the big celebration. I mean, quinces it's a big party. Like I was talking with one of my friends, the budget for their quince was I think $20,000.
This is going to be March 12th at the Fox Valley Mall, starting at 1 p.m. And there's a lot of fantastic organizations like First National Bank of Omaha, Ocon's Creations, and a lot of good different businesses are going to be taking part in this. This event is free. It's open to the public. It'll be a fantastic event encompassing a fashion show. I believe there also, I don't know if there's going to be any food there, but it'll be a lot of fashion, a lot of art, a lot of design. This is a really good event. So there's a friend of ours by the name of Jose Torres. Jose Torres has done many great events here in the city, all of a cultural disposition, specifically Mexican culture. He has also taken part and been instrumental in many of the other Latin-themed events that happen and have happened throughout the city, including Fiestas Patrias and including things like Dia de los Niños, Three Kings Day, and all these other different things. He's a photographer, but he has different skill sets and different styles. And this event, good morning, or rather Buenos Dias, Aurora, we are on the flyer for this. This has been posted and shared, so we will continue to share this information to let you guys know what is when that takes place. Once again, it's going to be March 12th, 1 p.m. at the Fox Valley Mall. When you walk into the Sears side, so if you go in on the Sears side, so basically where Sky Zone is, when you go through the Sears side, you walk through. That's the quickest way to get to where the activities, the festivities are going to be. You can see it from the atrium kind of galley fashion. But if you go down there, have a good time. Good morning, Aurora. We'll be on the scene. We'll be in probably Buenos Dias, Aurora mode that day. But we are going to go there, take part, and show you guys some really great things, so get ready for that. The morning show is doing pretty good and going to change a couple of things also as well coming up. Brett Putton, who is our mentee of the Triumph Mentoring Program at Waubonsie Community College. You guys know that he has his own segment, which is Putting in the Work, that has broadcasted from 9:30 to 10 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have since switched that up. Brett is now part of the morning show on Wednesdays and Fridays. So as opposed to, we didn't separate him, right? We threw him right in where all the danger is.
We threw him out where the sharks are.
Absolutely. No more kiddie pool, right? No more, no more training wheels. We threw him right
right
into the action.
Yeah.
So last week on Friday was his first full day being a part of the team and being a member of the morning show, or rather Wednesday last week.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Friday he was on as well. So get ready for Brett Putton on Wednesdays and Fridays. Gabriel Bradford, take us to a commercial. Give us like a few pieces of news. Give us the first piece. The two after that are the news I just read about Oak Street Health, bingo, and line dancing. So give us the top, maybe the fourth, and then the fifth. The time is, what time is it?
8:44.
Thank you, my brother.
Saturday, March 11th from noon to 3 p.m. will be the chili cook-off happening at Java Plus, 1677 Montgomery Road. Competitors must complete an application plus a $20 fee for entry. For customers, there is a $5 fee, and that includes sampling all of the tasty submissions. All applications must be completed and submitted by March 1st. For more information and to receive an application, you could call 331-212-6665. Again, that number to call is 331-212-6665. And so far, I think there's going to be over 10 different chilies to taste.
Oh, nice.
I just got an email from Dan, who's one of the owners of Java Plus.
Dan Okanowski is his name. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. So, it sounds like a really good thing. And for $5 for all the chili you can sample, like that's pretty good. So check it out. Again, it will be March 11th from noon to 3 p.m. at Java Plus. You can look them up. They're a great local community organization. And okay, we covered bingo for seniors. The first annual Voices Brunch will take place on Saturday, March 25th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Hotel Arista. That is 2139 City Gate Lane in Naperville. This event will honor, highlight, and recognize the generational contributions from all women and girls. For more information, call 630-281-0750. Again, that number to call is 630-281-0750. Tickets are on sale and available by visiting the website, and we'll be posting the link in the chat. And Friday, March 10th, A New Way Church presents Colby Martin, a progressive Christian author, on a book tour landing in Naperville. This will be a book signing and also a meet and greet. A New Way is a faith-based, inclusive community that is a safe space for all to enjoy and share the Word of God. Scan the QR code on the flyer that we posted and RSVP to reserve your seat.
Time is 8:47 a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Becky Hoff is here. Good morning to you, Becky Hoff. If you are interested in a fantastic progressive Christian author, get to know, what was his name?
I need to
Gabriel
go check that.
Bradford. Scratch it up for both of us. What
gotta
the
scratch it up.
First of all, you just read it and I forgot it. Second of all, you just read it and you can't find it. What?
I did forget. Okay, so it's
Colby Martin.
Colby Martin.
Colby
there we go. Well, you remember.
Well, I was thinking it was Cole Morgan, who I think is a dude I owe a phone call to today for mortgage assistance. I'm thinking I'm in work mode right now.
I got you.
So I was like, does homeboy need mortgage assistance and the word of God? Like, if he do, we got him. But Colby Martin.
Yep.
Colby Martin is his name. Becky Huff, good morning to you. Okay, so next, and with a little bit of time that we got here, I'm going to give you guys a couple of things to think about. And this is also going to be put into the chat with our boy Gabriel Bradford here. Student grants are still available via our friends of the Quad County Urban League and the Aurora Regional Chamber of Commerce. So money with books, transportation, different things. This is for the healthcare industry and then also for manufacturing positions. Gabriel, if you could please put this link right there for the Aurora Chamber and the student grants in the chat for the folks.
Yes, I will.
I would greatly appreciate that. We've really gone over two things on this show all day today: jobs and development. I want the jobs to be forefront in you guys' mind because those of us with children, well, older children who are going to be working, I my son works too, but he doesn't have like a job yet. He's 10 years old.
Oh yeah.
But for all of you guys who have kids, please see what's happening. Go out and get these jobs right now, especially at the Forest Preserve, Park District, and all that. These are great entry-level jobs with which to start what could be a long and promising career in either public service or working for a city. So I would encourage folks to do that. The second thing is that a lot of the partner organizations that we have done work with, they've now started to have a lot more new initiatives and new programs, some of which are going for months. That news, too, is going to make its way in a stronger fashion into our headlines with Good Morning Aurora. We've always endeavored to bring you guys that news and that specific information when it comes to what an organization or a nonprofit like the Dunham Foundation or the Community Foundation of Fox River Valley, those programs that they have, we want to strengthen what they do. We want to really get the word out, and we need to make those beneficial. So if you see anything related to a survey, or if you see things talking about a call to action for some big event or within a nonprofit and those organizations, will get you that information. I encourage you to do your due diligence and reach out if it's something that could benefit you or your family. Two other organizations who we need to mention right now are Document the Abuse. Document the Abuse. The executive director is a friend of ours, Norma Peterson. Get to know the EAA, that's the Evidentiary Abuse Affidavit, and its help in, how it can strengthen and help law enforcement. The other organization to keep an eye on, you guys, because they're doing some great, fantastic things out there, are our friends of World Relief. World Relief is going to be on the show on Friday. They've got services in English and Spanish, and they've got a whole lot of new services and new programs and things like that, like the scholarship for DACA recipients. There is they cover $275 of the cost.
Oh wow!
So I've got
Yeah.
a whole bunch of World Relief information to give you guys. We post them a lot. Please, if you or someone you know can benefit from the information that World Relief gives, services for immigrants and refugees, please don't hesitate to reach out to it. If you need help getting in touch with them, send Good Morning Aurora a message here on Facebook or on send us an email, goodmorningaurora@gmail.com. We will do our very best to connect you. We want to make sure that all communities in Aurora can take part and participate in the things that are going on, because when we live a siloed existence, when we live, we live here and you live there. I'm going to take care of my street. I'm going to take care of my block. It doesn't work like that.
Nope. It doesn't.
It don't work like that. It don't work like that. So when we stop thinking like that and start thinking of ourselves as a collective, as a unit, as a full city, we will continue to endeavor to do our best to get the word out there in that fashion. So Document the Abuse and World Relief are doing great news, great things. And World Relief is coming on. When the hell are they coming, Gabriel?
They are coming on this Friday, so
Right.
we are really excited to be interviewing them. There's a fun story behind how we actually got to meeting World Relief. I was actually working on the job, and I met this dude from World Relief. Shout outs to Seth. He was like, yeah, I was like, yo, you heard about Good Morning Aurora? He's like, he wasn't too familiar with us. So he just got on the job, so understandably he hasn't heard about us yet. And so I was like, well, hey, we totally love to interview World Relief. We're showing you all flyers out and all that. And he's like, oh yeah, be down for that. So I reach out, and then over the next week or so, I get connected with this one lady, and she's like so down for it. And so it was such a fun thing, because what they do, the services they provide, they are amazing. Especially for people the dude I was talking to, he's helping help people who are from Ukraine, refugees from Ukraine. He's helping them with finding services, getting, situated here in Aurora. And it's crazy what they do. So the services provided are great. And again, stay tuned for Friday because we will have World Relief on going live 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and we're really excited to have them.
Yep. Josue Pais says we are hiring at Harry B's Dog Parlor full and part time. Harry B's Dog Parlor is a great place to work, and Josue Pais is he's not as good of a manager as they say I am. You know, oh come on, y'all ain't got to shower me with affection. It's all good. But thank you very much. Josue Pais is a great man. Get to know Harry B's Dog Parlor. I recommend you taking your dog there. And any young person who's looking for something to do in a great environment, Harry B's Dog Parlor is the place to work, man. Nicole Astra is here. Good morning to Nicole Astra. Moxie Vox. Get to know Moxie Vox. Nicole Astra is she's a voice deliverer.
Voice actor.
Voice actress. Yeah. That's what I was getting there.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we just see here on Good Morning. We go through the list until we get the right word. You know.
And Nicole Asher says she's been a supporter of World Relief for many years. That's a fact. Yeah, we've been shouting out World Relief, man. Rachel Wozniak, all the people. Come on, we know. We got names. We can drop them. APS Training Academy is hiring too. Thank you very much for that, Nicole Asher. All right, here's how we're gonna end. The time is 8:55 a.m. We're gonna end by reading the Triumph Creed. Now, I wanna highlight something here real quick. You can bring me back on camera. I'm gonna give you a piece of news that's really amazing right now. So the year escapes me, but once upon a time at Triton College, way out south, kind of like where I'm from, Triton College came up with a program to help young men of color, right? They started noticing, like, you know what? The college experience is great, but a couple of these young men of color, they're having a hard time, you know what I'm saying, fitting in and all this kind of stuff. And, right, the academic progress is great, but some of the social progress, not that good. So they came up with an idea. You know what we're going to do? We're going to start a mentoring program for young men of color, right? Young black kids, Mexican, Puerto Rican, whatever, right? But then something amazing happened. They started to see, like, wait a minute, right? When it comes to lifting people up, when it comes to making sure you good, you all right, come on, sit with me, you rock with me, right? That doesn't really have a color, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they kind of really dropped the whole, right, and just made it an everybody kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? They just let it marinate. They just let it happen. And that's where we got Brett. I want to read to you the Triumph Creed, and this is how we're going to end the show today, because I personally, as an individual, as a human being, I have been living like this. I've been thinking like this. And indeed, after just losing my dad recently, like, I'm even more firm in this particular creed, because this is what my dad used to preach. And this is what all the men who I grew up in my life used to preach. So we're going to end with this message today, because I think that this could apply to everybody. And this is the Triumph Creed from the Wabanzi Community College program. We are the brothers of triumph. We are determined to triumph over life's challenges. We are victors, not victims. We are the authors of our own stories. We will pursue academic and personal excellence while we base our thoughts, speech, and actions on high principles of character, not circumstances. We are committed to the betterment of ourselves, our brothers, and our communities. Just like that. So I think that that's a great place to stop with my Triumph Mentor Handbook. I live by this. And on the back it says, let's triumph together. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
right. And that's the essence true. Right there, man. That's the essence. Whatever black man saw a white kid struggling and thought, you know what? Nah, we ain't got it. Come on, you two, right? That's what it's all about. And with that, take care of yourself and each other.